কি বলে এটার নাম? এটা কি নাম?
Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, open chain. Mobilization, posterior glide of talus on stabilized tibia.
Open kinetic chain.
Movement, dorsiflexion through pressure of therapist's thigh plus or minus pull of belt by client.
প্রেশারটা
Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, open chain. Mobilization, posterior glide of talus on stabilized tibia. Movement, dorsiflexion through pressure of therapist's thigh plus or minus pull of belt by client. Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, closed canal chain. Mobilization, anterior glide of tibia on stabilized talus. Movement, ankle dorsiflexion through lunge of client.
ওটা ফিক্সড করে রাখছে না?
হালকা একটু টেনশন করতে
ও ইয়াটা গোড়ালিটা একটু উঠে,
গোড়ালিটা যাতে না উঠে
এই জন্য ফিক্সড করে রাখছে।
Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, closed canal chain. Mobilization, anterior glide of tibia on stabilized talus. Movement, ankle dorsiflexion through lunge of client. Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, inferior tib fib in open chain.
অ্যাঙ্কেল
Mobilization, posterocranial glide of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement,
এর নাম কি?
ankle dorsiflexion.
অ্যাঙ্কেল ডরসিফ্লেকশন, অ্যাঙ্কেল ডরসিফ্লেকশন।
Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, inferior tib fib in open chain.
টিপ
Mobilization, posterocranial glide of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement,
টিপ
ankle dorsiflexion.
টিপ ডেথ।
Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, inferior tip fib in closed kinetic chain. Mobilization, posterior glide of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement, ankle dorsiflexion through client's forward lunge. Ankle dorsiflexion, MWM, inferior tip fib in closed kinetic chain. Mobilization, posterior glide of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement, ankle dorsiflexion through client's forward lunge. Ankle plantar flexion, MWM. Mobilization, posterior glide of tibia on stabilized talus. Movement, ankle plantar flexion. Ankle plantar flexion, MWM. Mobilization, posterior glide of tibia on stabilized talus. Movement, ankle plantar flexion. Ankle plantar flexion with belt assistance.
ankle
Plantar flexion with belt.
belt resistance ও ওটা কেন
Ankle plantar flexion with belt.
সো মাউস প্যাডে কি ব্যাটারি শেষ
WM, inferior tip fib.
Sprain ankle.
Inferior tip.
Mobilization, posteral cranial
Sprain
glide,
ankle.
base of fibula on stabilized tibia.
স্প্রেন ankle
Inferior tip depth.
Movement,
Inferior tip
combined
depth.
plantar flexion inversion.
oh my god
Sprained ankle, SWM, inferior tip fib. Mobilization, posteral cranial glide, base of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement, combined plantar flexion inversion. Sprained ankle, MWM, superior take fifth. Mobilization.
Sprain ankle,
Anterior glide, head of fibula
superior
on stabilized tibia.
tip.
Movement. Combined plantar flexion inversion. Sprained ankle, MWM, superior take fifth. Mobilization. Anterior glide, head of fibula on stabilized tibia. Movement. Combined plantar flexion inversion. Intermetatarsal inversion, MWM. Mobilization.
সাতটা ওটা বাদ মাঝখানে একটা বাদ
Fifth
ছয় নম্বরটা
metatarsal
বাদ
cuboid.
হুম
Second metatarsal. Heel pain self-mobilization. Procedure. Client instructed to perform heel circles to maintain mobility of subtalar joint. First, MTP.
শোল্ডার
First, MTP extension. First metatarsal phalange. EHL, tenopathy. EHL, sesamoid compression. Shoulder painful arc, MW. Shoulder painful arc, MWN. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula.
painful arc and loaded.
Movement. Shoulder elevation through the range of scapula.
Painful arc. Arc. ARC.
Shoulder painful arc, MWN. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula. Movement. Shoulder elevation through the range of scapula. Shoulder painful arc, MWM, resistance training. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula.
Painful arc.
NWM.
Movement.
Resistant training.
Shoulder elevation through the range of scaption against resistance.
Training.
Shoulder painful arc, MWM, resistance training. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula. Movement. Shoulder elevation through the range of scaption against resistance.
এই মেয়ের এত প্র্যাকটিক্যাল করছে মন খারাপ হয়ে গেছে
Shoulder painful arc, MWM with belt assistance. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula through mobilization belt. Movement. Shoulder elevation through the range of scapula. Shoulder painful arc, FWM with belt assistance. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula through mobilization belt. Movement. Shoulder elevation through the range of scapula. Shoulder elevation, MWM, supine. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula. Shoulder elevation, MWM, standing. Mobilization. Posterolateral inferior glide of humerus on stabilized scapula. Movement.
Standing.
Shoulder elevation through the range of scapula.
Shoulder elevation sitting or standing? Sitting.
এটা হচ্ছে supine
Supine একটা bar.
Standing. Sitting না standing.
Shoulder elevation, MWM, standing.
Supine একটা bar দিছে।
Sitting না
Mobilization.
standing.
Posterolateral inferior glide of humerus on stabilized scapula.
Oh, বাবা।
Movement. Shoulder elevation
shoulder-এ ভালো
through
কাজ
the
করে।
range of scapula.
Model change.
Shoulder elevation, MWM, end range. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula.
11টা স্যার একটা বাদ দিছে মাঝখানে
Hip lumbar flexion with hands on wall.
শোল্ডারে পাঁচটা ওইখানে স্যার সাতটা অ্যাঙ্কেলে সাত টোটাল হচ্ছে 12 সাতটা লাস্ট
Shoulder elevation, MWM, end range. Mobilization. Posterolateral glide of humerus on stabilized scapula. Movement. Shoulder elevation through hip lumbar flexion with client's hands on wall.